Hello and welcome back to part 4, I think this is now, of Let's Play Dwarf Fortress-Rainforest Retreat. A little bit's already happened while you've been away. I've laid a few more beds down, about 10, in between 10 and 15. We finished the wall up on this part, so now we are completely closed in. I also have 2 staircases leading up to this little plateau, I suppose you'd call it now, seeing as I've took off all the ramps. And I know the dwarves can drink from this water up here, because the dwarf who finished off this wall, he finished it off while he was there, so he got himself trapped, but he managed to survive by drinking the water that was up here until we got some stairs built for him to get back down. The next thing I want to do is I want to build some kind of watchtower slash barracks, but I'm not sure if I should build it on the plateau there. Just like chop everything down, extend it with some man-made, well, dwarf-made floors, to be fair, and then, you know, have the main barracks up there, or if I should have the main barracks here on this kind of cliff face that I made when I took out all the ramps down here. We do have a few animals starving to death, but that's because I haven't put them out to pasture, because I completely forgot about that, to be honest. So I'm gonna have a think about that, and then I'm gonna try and start designing out the barracks. So I'll get back to you in a little while with that. Okay, well, we just got another migrant wave here. Just bring up Dwarf Therapist, see how big this wave is. It's only 8 strong, so we should be able to accommodate them without too much trouble. Obviously nobody has their own bedrooms anymore. I just can't keep up with the amount of beds I need for that. And I've decided to build the...
I have a wondrous invention idea.
Okay. Decided to build the watchtower slash barracks on the plateau instead of the cliff face. But it's going to be on the side which comes into the courtyard, so it's going to be more like in the centre of the courtyard. I didn't really do a good job of describing that, but you'll see it soon enough. And that guy claimed a mason's workshop. Well, I can live with that. Like I said, there's plenty of beds around, just no designated bedrooms yet. Probably fine for a while at least. The nobles will be the only ones with designated rooms. But that's besides the point for now. We have more important things to worry about. Hopefully this doesn't start another shame spiral and destroy my entire fortress in a massive riot. Well, let's hope that the mason, or whoever it was, no, he doesn't have what he needs. What else do you want? I must have rock and silk cloth. Cut gems. We can do cut gems, we have those. We have logs. So it's just silk cloth he wants. Well then. I think it's a farmer's workshop that you can make cloth with. So let's try building a farmer's workshop and see if we get anywhere. Because I've never tried to make silk before. Sorry, I can't speak today. And I think I found another game to let's play so that I can have a second one going. Because for anyone who didn't notice, I did cancel the Homeworld 2 let's play. Just because I was stuck as hell. I'm gonna be honest, the game kicked my ass and I couldn't complete it. But never mind. And the game I found which I think should replace it is a game called Unreal World. And it was recommended to me, or recommended to everyone in the stream I was at, because I think they'd said they'd watched Jeff Major play it. Anyway, I had a look at the game and it's actually really fun. Although I'm going to be honest, I still don't have a clue what I'm doing on it yet. And also I will have to buy it before I play it, so it won't be till the end of the week when I get paid that I buy the game. At least the noble rooms are starting to take shape. Straight turkey hen. Well, in that case, did that farmer's workshop get built yet? Needs any workshop farming. Well, I'm going to pause the recording here while I work out what counts as workshop farming, and I'll bring you back soon. Okay, I just gave someone the spinning skill. I assume that means like spinning cloth, so hopefully if we do that we can get some silk, because I do have an absolute shit ton of plant material around, and I'm pretty sure that's how you make silk. Add new task, process plants to bag to veil, shade creature, spin thread, capital S. Let's see if we can make any kind of oh no, we don't have any, do we? Oh, I'm not even sure what's going on anymore. But spin thread, repeat, and let's see what happens. Nope, we don't have any of that. Let's see if we can make him shear an animal. In fact, I'm going to need to give him the shearing skill as well. There's the very bottom guy. Shearing. Commit changes. I'm not even sure how you make silk. It might even be those the spider webs you see lying around in some of the caves, and it might just be that that miner is going to die. I mean, obviously I'd rather he didn't. And there's no creature that can be sheared. Well, I was hoping we could at least like shear one of the dogs or the cats or something. I wasn't sure what breed they are, but it looks like that's going to be a no-go. So the only hope that guy has left now is that some traders turn up and I can buy silk off them before he goes batshit crazy and tries to kill everyone. Now I'm going to designate out this floor, and that's obviously going to take a little while, so I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, so I actually didn't take that long, it took about 30 seconds. And this first stairway I was building, which didn't actually build until the second one was built, the one that's now in the center of this place, I will be using that as the only entrance into this kind of barracks watchtower thing. So we'll see how that turns out. And then obviously I'll just build the walls around it, build it up a few floors, and we'll finally get around to arranging a military, which is a little bit overdue if I'm going to be honest. And I've also started laying a few traps outside, or at least I should have done it. Pardon me, sorry. Needs mechanics, so my mechanic is obviously busy just making mechanisms. So do you have any other skills? No. Well, you can now be like the trap mechanic guy, or girl, I didn't notice. But that's just a simple weapon trap that I've chucked a few of those menacing wooden spikes I've had the carpenter making, just to take up some of his time. I just chucked quite a few of them in there. So hopefully if we do get sieged, I'll have more than just the military to rely on. I know quite a few people think it's cheap to just throw cage traps everywhere and capture the enemies and let them starve. But I'm just going to spread weapon traps around. I don't really care what people say. Right then, there must be something else we can do here. I don't particularly want this video to just be 30-second updates all the way along. We can sort out some nobles now that we have the rooms, but I'm not sure if we even have the stuff to put in the rooms now that that mason's workshop's been claimed. Do we have another one? Yes we do. And it was the other guy who was making doors, so we'll just have to wait for that miner to either go batshit crazy or wait until we get some kind of caravan along that we can buy some silk from. Now then, this floor will obviously go on for quite a while, just becoming a mixture of flats and the occasional noble room. But this place here, just next to the main hall, this central section, I'm going to try and put some stairs, probably coming off this area here, once I have at least a little bit of a military, and we'll use that to hopefully find some metal, because I don't remember if this place had shallow or deep metal, but I know I wouldn't have settled here unless it had at least one of those. And this floor's nearly done, so I'll get around to the walls on that soon. The joys of having disposable people, I suppose. Just turn them all into masons and stone smoothers. And then after that, military. So then, I'm pretty sure I've seen a guy carrying, yeah, there's a guy dropping off all those menacing wooden spikes. I did put 10 of them in that trap, because I'm assuming that just a plank of wood won't do too much damage if I get invaded by something powerful, like demons or werewolves. If I had metal, I'd be making the stuff like the copper saw blades. I know it did actually give me the option to load a steel crossbow into it, but honestly I don't think a crossbow is really meant for melee attacks, especially not from a trap. Well, now that that's done, I'm quickly going to designate out the walls and the door here, and I'll bring you back when I'm done. Okay, that dwarf, the miner there, he's just went batshit crazy. So hopefully he's not the dangerous kind of crazy. No, he's just in the dining room. We just had a cavy boar and a cavy sow, so I'm assuming we actually have something that we can breed now. So I will need another pen here. I'm just waiting on a couple of nest boxes so that I can start using those turkeys as a food source. Now then. Those things. They have names, so I'm assuming they're someone's pets, but I'm still going to try and get them to breed. And a caravan has just arrived after we so let's see, let's get a broker. And apparently this bone carver's the best guy for the job, so we'll have him. Apparently he already has everything he needs. Doesn't need any fancy offices or anything like that. I did have to build a little skyway thing here, just so that I could actually get to this section of wall here to build it. I learned my lesson last time, in that you do have to build these little corner sections before you build the rest of the wall, otherwise you're going to be left with sections missing. And that needs a walkable perimeter as well. So I'm probably going to have to build another little skyway going across there. So this might actually become a kind of recurrent theme in this Let's Play. Skyways. Not ideal, but I suppose we could use them as bridges to get from one section to the other. Now then, we do have a broker now, so only broker may trade, request broker, move goods. And where the hell was finished goods? I probably went past it. No, apparently not. It is just called finished goods, isn't it? It's been a while since I've played. I'll just pause it here while I find what I'm looking for. I found it. It's called crafts here and finished goods in the other ones, so that kind of threw me off a little bit. There we go. We'll bring all those bins up. I doubt we'll use them all, but we'll bring them anyway.
There's a new baby! Quick, get him a bottle of ale!
And we're starting to have babies born. Yep, you're my liaison, good for you. So the broker will probably get the weirdest shaped room out of those three, since he doesn't actually need one. Well, now what do we need? Metal would be good. Metal bars. Oh. Yeah, we'll take some copper bars, bronze bars, steel bars, bismuth bronze, and black bronze, that'll do. There go the finished goods bins. There's that batshit crazy miner. Now then. Now hopefully we can get back to making all those doors that we missed out on. Looks like that trap is still only halfway constructed, needs mechanics. And the construction is inactive. Okay, that's just what I told him I wanted. So let's see, can we trade? Yes, we can. And that should be plenty to buy what we want. We'll get some green glass. Dwarven beer, ale and dwarven beer sounds good. A steel mace. Oh no, that's bloody expensive. That's got gems and stuff in it. Copper pick, why not? Copper bronze shirt. Bronze shirt. I just called that a copper bronze shirt, didn't I? Well, you all got what I meant. Shirts. Some bronze high boots. Nice. Can I have your description? Yeah, that is a shield. I wanted to make sure. Because a bismuth bronze S could be a few things. Bismuth bronze cap. I'm not really going too much for the steel stuff because I can't really afford it. Some bronze gauntlets. Silk bag. Bit late for that. We'll take a chest. Why not? We can put them places. Horse leather, why not? We'll have a bit of leather. You never know when you're going to need that. Looks like we're almost down to just the food here. Oh, no. There's a load of bolts, I don't really want them. Anvils. I'll have an anvil. You never know when you're going to need one. And then we'll just grab a load of food off them here. And trade. Lovely. That's that done. I probably did get ripped off a little bit there. But I don't mind giving the traders extra, because the only reason I'm actually making those trade goods is to get the stone out of my castle. Fortress castle, whatever you want to call it. And this skyway here that I'm building is probably going to have to go all the way across to the other wall. Of course, everybody should be busy now, moving things around. And I suppose I should actually dig out another storeroom or two. In fact, one will probably be enough. I'll just just want one for bars and blocks. I'm not sure if I've got one for bars and blocks yet. There's all the food coming down. Hopefully we have enough barrels for that. I have had the carpenter making barrels for quite a while. And there go the smoothers. We do have quite a bit of this smooth, but obviously there's still a whole lot of that to go. Those guys eating their din-dins there. Furnace. I want a wood furnace built here. And obviously we're just going to build that out of Genesis or whatever it's called as well. I didn't actually think we would fill up these squares that I set aside for workshops, but we're actually getting fairly close. Now then, what else was there? That's right, I was waiting for that skyway, but I'm actually going to have to build it all the way along because there's nothing at this corner either, like I mentioned before. Well, apparently I can't build it straight out there, so that will do there. This barracks I was building is actually taking a lot more effort than I thought it would, and it looks like those pets that I put to pasture there. Hey, let's have a look at these things. A small rodent with no tail. It can be found roaming the grassland in herds. It has 3 toes on its hind feet. She has an enormous build but is very skinny. I suppose that means she's like long and tall but not very fat. Her hair is light brown, her skin is raw, umber, her eyes are black. Let's have a look at this other one then. He is incredibly skinny yet gigantic overall. His hair is gold, his skin is pink, his eyes are black. And those are the things that we are going to try to breed. So it's pretty much going to be rat stew. We did get quite a few plump helmets as well, which means once they've been eaten we can plant the fresh ones. As long as my farmer can keep up, that is. He does seem to be having trouble lately.
All the fish are gone.
Sorry about that, this mic doesn't have a mute button. And do I have a fishery? Or fisherman's workshop, whatever it is they call it. I don't have one there. Or there. No, I don't. So we'll put one of those up. Because if people are going out and catching stuff, this will clean and gut the fish and get them ready for food. And I suppose I should build a kitchen as well. I think a kitchen is under a workshop, yes. And we'll just have that creating easy meals. I'm assuming somebody has the cooking skill. There's plenty of women here. Oh. Yes, that was a joke. Before I get diesel dikes on my case. Now then. The merchants are going to be leaving soon. I'm not too concerned about that. We do still have guys going out gathering plants, and you can see there's already fresh plants going and growing in the area that we harvested before. And there's, you know, there's hundreds of plants out here. and it's always warm in this forest as well, so we pretty much have a guaranteed food supply as long as the gates are open. This tower was a lot more trouble than I thought it would be, just to get the first floor, but once this is done, I hope it'll look nice. And I think there's a way that you can just remove those floors, but I'm not 100% sure on that. But I will probably just keep the skyways. They are rather convenient, I suppose. And it doesn't look like it's harming the vegetation under there. That's right. Can I build my nest boxes yet? No. I did set the guy to make 2 nest boxes. Apparently he's just a bit busy right now. Well then. Wood furnace. Make charcoal, repeat. And kitchen. Oh, wait, it needs cooking. Apparently nobody knows how to cook. So, I don't know, somebody knows how. This guy here, but he's busy doing other things. So we'll put it on this one. Commit changes, there we go. Now hopefully somebody should come along to do some cooking soon. I would like to keep my dwarves as happy as possible. There was a few other things I wanted to do, but I can't really remember what they were. That's a little bit of a problem. Of course, I'm still pretty screwed if flying enemies make it to my fortress. But apart from that, I think we've got a pretty secure fortress here. Obviously, we'll be a lot better off once we have this tower completed. The first level will be a training area, and the second level will be a kind of barracks sleeping area with the stockpiles in. And the third level will be for lookouts. It'll just be fortifications, there won't be a roof or anything on it. Lovely. Now that should be the level 1 of the tower complete once those stones are put down. Not sure how long this episode's been going on now. I'll probably end it off soon, just to stop it being a overly long episode. I'm actually surprised my computer's handling this central area so well when I'm down here. I was expecting major frame drop just being in this area, but it seems okay. We should have some more beds by now. Yes, we do. We have a lot of new beds. So I'll put one in the new nobles room, and I'll just dish the rest out across these other rooms. I do actually quite like the way this fortress is turning out so far. So I may end up keeping it, but at this point I just can't be bothered with the name list. There we go, lovely. Now then, we should have enough doors at least for this. Seems that the mason has actually fallen behind of the carpenter now. It was the other way around last time. Rubberwood cabinet. Was that the one that was specially made? No, that was a chair, wasn't it? Well, we must have bought that by accident. But it's there now, so throne. Oh no, that's a table. We'll give the guy a table and chair back here as well. Now then, there is this artifact chair, so we will give him that. And then I want one or two other things in here just to make the place look nice. He is our first noble after all. And why not? We'll have a chest in here as well. See, I can't even see. Chest, it's a container, isn't it? We'll put that down next to the door here. And you can have the willow chest. Lovely. Now then, I know the guy didn't need an office, but a table and chair, that kind of stuff, it just makes it look nicer in his room. I may name the nobles just after some of my long-term subscribers. Just like after people who pop it into my head, just so it's easier to keep track of them. And somebody decided that he was claiming this room. Well, I'm gonna have to have him executed or something for his insolence. Broker. There we go. And I forgot the expedition leader is a noble, isn't he? So we'll have to set up another room as well. We're still clearing rocks as well. And still a few things to be smoothed over just to make them look pretty. But that seems like the perfect place to end off this episode, to be completely honest. So as always, thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time.